dead wrong. Make some noise.
So first off, I want to say thank you very much for sitting and talking with us.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah,
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you just talked about having a long flight. So,
We got a longer one tomorrow.
oh god.
Yeah.
So first off, you're a prolific artist coming out of Toronto right now, future bass and everything. So I wanted to ask you, what really like inspired your start?
To start producing?
Yeah, start producing, start DJing, all of it.
Oh man, I've been playing piano forever. I was doing a jazz program in Toronto at Humber College there. When I graduated from that, I started listening to Madeon and Porter Robinson when they were doing the electro house stuff and Skrillex and all that sort of thing. And it was just like, oh, this is what I'm doing now. And I had been scoring films, so I was already using Logic. And so it was sort of an easy bridge into producing. It was just like, I was doing the same thing,
Yeah.
but in a more dancey context and not for films. And so I kind of went that route. And now here we are.
How'd you,
DJing just kind of goes with it, I guess.
Oh yeah. So how'd you get into actually scoring films on? Because that's pretty like a niche thing that a lot of people don't necessarily go into.
Because there was a course at Humber, and I took the course, and I was thinking like, you know what, this is something I could do. It's like Logic, and it's just sort of sitting there and tweaking sounds, and I could totally work like this. It sort of takes. One thing I didn't like about playing piano is performing it, because you have to like, I don't know. I wanted to be a perfectionist, and I could never get the perfect take live. But with producing, you can. And so film scoring was like, yes, this is it. But it turns out what I actually wanted to do was just produce electronic music, and film scoring was like the bastard child.
So 2016 has been huge for you so far. You're just off a Clear, which I believe just hit like 2 million streams. 3. Okay.
I think it's almost a 3.5 million.
And then you played South by So What or South by Southwest, and you played Red Rocks.
Yep.
And you're getting ready for an EP release. So, like, I mean, it's only halfway through the year. How does that feel so far?
I feel good. Last year was all about writer's block, and this year is all about not having writer's block. So that's a tremendously good feeling that I'm going to ride for as long as I can. But I feel good about it. Like, I feel like I've got a good, confident direction and a good understanding of where I want to put things as in a musical direction and an art direction. And I've got a lot of stuff locked and loaded for the summer that I'm looking forward to putting out.
So speaking of that too, like I said, it's only halfway through the year. So what's the next half look like for you?
It's like the first half on crack.
I mean, that's the best way to describe it.
There are
right?
definitely lots of things that are like coming up that I can't announce yet, but it's going to be great. It's going to be, yeah, this is going to be the best year so far, and hopefully it takes into 2017 is going to be potentially the big year.
Awesome. I'm really excited to see that.
Me too.
So on Clear, you work with Mothika, who's
Yeah.
like a huge vocalist right now. So
She's
like,
great.
what was it like working with her?
It was like, I wanted to work with her because I really like her aesthetic and I like her sound, her vocal sound. And I also like, my music is really happy and her music is like gloom pop. And so those two things, I was like, when I started to make the track, I was thinking like, if I could get her vocals on it, I would have the perfect combination. Because what I want to do with songs all the time is have a song that you can put on and turn up to when you're getting ready to go out, but that you can also put on and turn up to when you're like crying and getting over a breakup. If you can hit those two things, then it's perfect. That sort of between happiness and sadness. So I wanted to work with Mothika, made a demo that sounded like garbage and sent it to her, and she put like basically finished vocals on it. And then I made the track better, and then she put more vocals on it, and it was done. But I guess super easy, really. It was just like, I felt spoiled, because it was like, oh, that was easy. And then I tried to work with all these other vocalists, and it was like, sometimes not fitting and stuff. I'm happy with where the EP landed, but some of the time it was like, not getting responses or whatever. I was very spoiled with Monica.
Yeah.
She's great.
That's awesome. You definitely accomplished what you're going for with your track. So alongside that, with Clear is going to be on your upcoming EP.
Yep.
So I noticed with the art on your EP, there's actually a lot of like hidden clues on there. So like there's a moth for Mothika,
Yep.
the dog represents the artist,
Yeah.
and then you've got your signature pusher 8-bit guy.
Yep.
So is there any other clues that no one's really noticed on there? Or is
On the album artwork?
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised that, I don't know if any one person has been like, here's a rundown of all of them, but definitely like, I think people have pretty much noticed them all. Like the clouds are Tetris pieces,
Okay.
And the buildings in the background, there's like a boombox and a pencil and an ice cream cone and like a Game Boy. I think that's it. And then the rest of it is just generally like Super Mario meets Felix the Cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask this: what was it like playing Red Rocks for your first time ever?
Oh, it was so fun. It was so fun. I was like so nervous going into it, and then I started playing and I was like super nervous. And they opened the door and everyone ran in. And I know they wanted just like good seats, but when they were there, it was like, this is cool.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to enjoy it, and I feel like I definitely did. Got some videos with my phone. Got some GoPro footage. But it was a lot of fun. Someone yelled, "We came here for you!" That was nice.
There you go. That's
Yeah.
great. And that's a
Yeah.
great feeling, right?
That was a great feeling.
This is your first time in Colorado as well, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks
Yeah.
for coming out.
Oh my god.
So then,
So nice.
oh yeah, I
I
got
can't
one.
believe it. Look, that's a mountain. There's just like Red Rocks is there. There's some mountains there. It's lovely there.
So alongside, we talked about artwork and everything. You have your very 8-bit pixelated world. So another question I have to ask you: are you a big gamer?
I used to be
Used to be?
in kind of a, I don't know, in like not like a serious like competitive like making money at it kind of way, but I used to play them all the time. Then my Xbox broke, and I think that's and that was like 5 years ago or six years ago. It's been a while since it broke, and I never fixed it because I was like it broke in like the end of August, and I was starting my 4th year of university, and I was like, probably better off broken.
Yeah.
And then I just stayed productive.
That's good.
Yeah, I like translated the gaming productivity into like making music obsessively. Yes.
I think I've actually heard a lot of people talk about that. So.
The last time I seriously played, I think, was like with the Xbox 360. I used to play like the Halo franchise and like the Red Dead Revolver games, the Driver games and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's been a minute.
if it's been a little while, it might not be as relevant. But what is your favorite game at this time?
Yeah, for the first time in years and years and years, last week I plugged in my PS1
Oh my gosh,
and I was playing Spyro the Dragon,
that's perfect.
which was so good. It was like really, really entertaining for like a half hour, and then I was like, I have work to do.
I have work to do. You gotta go
What
back to
have I
the
done?
childhood though, right?
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice to revisit the world of Applemar.
So you're originally from Canada.
Yep.
What's the biggest cultural difference that you've noticed here in America? So, like, for instance, Felix
Oh.
Cartel was just talking about how he loves to make people uncomfortable by going up and saying thank you for everything.
Cultural differences. There are two that I always notice. In this country, everyone's like, there's just flags everywhere. There's like U.S. flags everywhere. In Canada, there are not really Canadian flags everywhere. Like, you'll see them a lot on Canada Day, but you know what? On Canada Day, the people who have the Canadian flags are the Americans who are there.
That's
There's
great.
just something about flags here. And then the other thing is, I can never find grocery stores because there's like a grocery store on every third block in Canada, and there's like a grocery store in every city in this country. And then the last one is Wells Fargo doesn't look like a bank because it has no windows. It looks like a chain of funeral parlors with really strange signs.
I
So
think,
those are the three things that I notice most.
I
are
think
like,
that's a perfect description of Wells Fargo, too. So, what's your personal favorite cities then to visit both in Canada and just internationally?
I just like all of them. It's so cool.
All of them?
Yeah, I haven't been arrested in any cities, so I have generally positive experiences. Like Hong Kong is super cool because it's like a crazy dense city in like mountains. It's like if you took Manhattan but like put it on top of mountains. So that's kind of neat. And then obviously New York is super cool. Austin is super cool. Denver is super cool. I've learned today since this morning.
Awesome.
And then Canada, like Toronto and Montreal, are both super cool. Pretty much everywhere I've gone is like, I could deal with this. There's nowhere I've been that's like, I hate this place.
So, speaking of being arrested, if there's one city that you ever thought that you would be arrested in, what would it be then?
Oh my god. Hopefully somewhere with like due process. hopefully somewhere in Canada, so it's very easy to figure out the
There
legal
you go.
process. Yeah. Not China,
Not China?
not Mexico. I don't know. I don't know what it's like in a lot of countries to get arrested.
Yeah.
Somewhere that I'm not going to get like beaten to death in jail.
I think that's a pretty good, like, assumption.
I got arrested somewhere. Probably Toronto, because like My family's close by.
You can call people, get
Yeah,
out.
someone could save me.
So we usually save this one for last. It's a fun little question, but
Okay.
when you're up late in the studio, what is that one snack that you have to have or nothing's gonna come together? Like what's one
Oh.
food or something that you have to have?
It used to be candy, but then I got crazy about sugar, and now it's protein bars, which I know are still sugar, but I haven't. Protein bars. Just like protein bars.
Yeah,
If I
that's
have a
great.
protein bar, I've got like 3 hours of good productivity.
There you go.
When I sit down and start working on something, if it's like working a little bit and I've got cool ideas, it's like eat a protein bar. Let's maximize this.
Maximum effort.
What are they? Maximum effort. Yes, I love that. That was like the best thing about that movie.
Oh, that movie was great.
Maximum effort.
I still think my favorite part was definitely when he pulls up the mask and it's Hugh Jackman underneath.
I was gonna go for the Futurama one. That's when he got the spice weasel. What does he say? Let's.
I can't remember.
It's like let's pump this up a notch.
That's
That's
perfect
it.
too. That's
Protein bar. Like let's pump this up a notch. It's like the middle of the night. And my jaw's like tired from chewing the protein bar.
It's like a little ad even for protein bars.
Yes, I can't name any brands. Non-specific. It's actually a really specific one, but they're not paying me, so I'm not gonna mention it.
There you go. Well, awesome. Thanks so much for talking to us, man.
No, thank
It's
you
been
for
great
having
having this conversation. Man.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Have a good
In
one.
front of these lovely red rocks.
Yeah. There you go.